again, friend of a friend. I knew you.
Scott Pilgrim vs. the World is a story about self-worth and beating up ex-boyfriends for the sake of the L word.
Lesbian?
The other L word.
Lesbians?
Love. This year marks Scott Pilgrim vs. the World, the game's 10th year anniversary. After being removed from the online marketplace for a few years, it has returned for everyone to try out. The game was created by Ubisoft in conjunction with a movie release starring Michael Cera and directed by Edgar Wright. It was critically acclaimed to be one of the best movies, but sadly missed its mark in the box office. The game resembled an older beat-em-up title called River City Ransom, but with reviews, Scott Pilgrim the game had mixed reception from journalists and gamers alike. As a Scott Pilgrim fan myself, I, Sammy Salty, have enjoyed the game and I'm here to make a very special episode of Game Over Food. In the lovely world of Scott Pilgrim, it happened to be based in the wonderful city Toronto. And since I happen to live here, we're going to visit some key areas featured in Scott Pilgrim, plus a few additions. So get strapped, sit tight, and you're about to witness the perfect pairing of game and food in Game Over Food. The sweet and lovable Ramona's Kitchen, a family-owned restaurant down by Bayview and Laureleaf, just north of Bayview and Steeles. During the pandemic, I would order from this restaurant to try out their burgers, their schnitzels, and their sausages. Today, for the first time, I'll be able to interview the owner, Carlos, about how he made his establishment come to be. Since this is my first time interviewing someone, I was a little nervous, but I do have a show that I want to be entertaining. While the cooks were prepping the food, I thought about all the questions I wanted to ask them. Literally on the spot. No prep, just pure curiosity. I will be honest though, thinking up questions on the spot while smelling really good food is not an easy task. I may have fumbled here and there on asking questions, but I did get the message through. Carlos made the interview less nerve-wracking just by a simple greeting.
I personally have been coming to Ramona's Kitchen for during the pandemic, and I really loved every meal that I've tried. And because of based on I used to live in this neighborhood. This used to be Shoom Shoom's way back in the day.
Yeah.
And then now it's Ramona's Kitchen. How long has Ramona's Kitchen been open for?
Well, we've been here almost. This is our 7th year.
Yeah.
This is our 7th year. Actually, it wasn't Shoom Shoom. It was a sushi place.
Okay.
Shoom Shoom used to be the Pet Value next
door.
door.
The Pet Value. Okay.
Pet Value on the pharmacy.
Okay.
Right?
Okay. Yeah.
Unfortunately, last 2 years, with regard to the COVID, there was not much of a dining. Most of the people doing takeout.
Yeah.
And landlord being kind this year, giving us the opportunity to have a patio on a parking lot. We got a patio going right in the middle of the parking lot.
Yeah.
And weekends, if the weather permitting, Mother Nature hasn't been very grateful to us, okay?
Yeah.
So it's always raining, and when it gets sunny, it gets chaotic.
From what I've understood, that this is the first location, and you guys have another location in the downtown.
Yes.
And that's the annex.
Yes.
Yes.
Well, this is our first location. It was supposed to be a mom's and pop's shop, right? Doing breakfast. We live right around the corner, me and my wife Ramona, right?
Yeah.
So we always thought on a weekend when we want to take our kids out for breakfast, there was nothing for breakfast on Bayview.
Yeah.
So my experience comes from QSR, meaning quick service restaurant. We had a couple of franchisees downtown Toronto. That was a Hero Burger. Before that, many moons ago, I was with Domino's Pizza, Pizza Nova. So I thought, okay, let's give it a try, see how it works. I usually used to make brunch for my family to come over at the home, and we try to bring that menu that we're making at home, and unique, colorful menu that we had, to a restaurant. It worked out, you know what I mean? So it worked out. We got great crew. We got Chef John here that has been with us for almost three and a half years. We got Kenneth that has been with me almost 5 years. So we got a very strong crew, and we intend to keep everyone intact.
That's awesome.
Because that's a winning card.
Yeah.
You don't have proper staff, you ain't gonna work.
I feel like I'm convinced that this place is one of the best places I've tried in Toronto for in years And like, is there a secret recipe that you guys have?
Everything is made as you order.
Yeah.
We do not make anything prior, okay?
Yeah.
We sell, let's say, about 2,000 plates a week, okay?
Yes.
And then we got here and there one or two that they don't like it, okay?
Yeah.
But in reality, you can't make everyone happy, my friend, okay?
Yeah.
We are happy that we make almost 1,900 people happy every week,
Yes.
okay? And if there is few of them they're not happy, then so be it. There is other places to try.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? You can't make everyone happy.
For Ramona's Kitchen and Ramona's Cafe, which one came first, or did
Ramona's
they open?
Kitchen came first.
Yeah.
There was a Starbucks next door.
Yep, that's what I remember.
And then right at the beginning of the pandemic, Starbucks left in January. So we signed the lease to take the space because it has more visibility into the plaza. We are a little bit lost. So anybody is an anchor kind of thing. So we took it because before the pandemic, when a Starbucks was there, we were not selling any coffee. Nobody wanted to drink our organic coffee. They're all going to a Starbucks, walking in, and they were all getting upset, right? So we decided to take the cafe. We offer organic coffee there. We make fresh croissants every morning. We put a little bit of a brunch menu in there, just in case when winter comes, there is no patio. If there is a overflow, people can go to the other side.
Is there any chance that there's going to be more Ramona cafes in the city?
No cafes. No, we're not thinking about opening cafe. We are in the business of restaurants, not a coffee shop.
Yeah.
But we are working with another location right now to open up another Ramona's Kitchen. Not too many. We just want to be in the same neighborhood within 5-6 family radius. We're looking to open up another one.
All right, perfect.
Okay. It was
Yes.
a pleasure meeting you, my
Pleasure
friend.
meeting you too.
I hope to see you again.
Nice to meet you too.
All right. Best of luck, guys.
Thank you. Appreciate it.
All
Thank
right.
you.
Tell me, when will you be mine? Tell me quando we can share the love divine. Oh my love, please tell me.
There's something about Ramona's Kitchen that I'm certain even the late Anthony Bourdain would come to appreciate about this place. The presentation, the charm, and the outbursts of flavors makes this place an ideal spot to have the greatest experience at. And for the price, I'm pretty satisfied with. One could even ask though, has Ramona signed a deal with the devil in exchange for her soul to have one of the best restaurants in Toronto? Well, if that's the case, call me a Ramonaist. There's many first-time experiences in this episode of Game Over Food, but seeing Casa Loma is a treat on its own. The architecture alone seems out of place in Toronto, but for some reason, with all the craziness that happens in the city, it also fits. Visiting Casa Loma was so entertaining. I didn't even know that people use this area as an exercise area. This place has galas, archery lessons, and a few other events. This is an ideal dating spot for those hopeless romantics out there. If a date goes bad, you could just say, my princess is at another castle. But did you know that Casa Loma is one of the few locations where Scott Pilgrim happens to fight one of Ramona Flowers' ex-boyfriends? Pretty cool, right? And especially since Sir Captain America, aka Chris Evans, happens to be Lucas Lee in the movie. He did a grindy thingy on the rails of the steps that unfortunately I had to go do like 6 different takes on. It was very tiring. We're not here to hear my problems, so let's carry on. Bathurst and Bloor, an iconic intersection downtown where we had the iconic Honest Ed's. Honest Ed's had it all, and for dirt cheap too, from food, clothing, furniture, and cleaning supplies.
Go to Pizza for a slice. Call us when you're done.
It's no wonder people call up pizza when they're hungry for the very best of pizza.
Throw it away.
Honest Ed's was sadly torn down to make room for condominiums in Toronto. Sad to say, a lot of locations that were shown were replaced by condominiums.
How's about investing in condominiums? It's safer.
Condominiums?
Yeah, condominiums.
I never used them.
Thankfully, out of all the locations still in Toronto that were shown in Scott Pilgrim, Lee's Palace still exists. It's where Scott Pilgrim has to fight Ramona's ex-boyfriend, who happens to have vegan powers. And I'll tell you what though, if vegan powers are real, I still wouldn't do it myself. Steak is just too damn powerful of a meat to be skipped on.
Are they putting it up for sale?
I hope not. Oh no! No, I'm just a guy who's starting a YouTube channel. YouTube channel.
Cool.
Yeah. Take care.
Most of those who live in Toronto don't even think Toronto is Toronto anymore. And I actually share the same opinion. The city is now completely unaffordable. It is a little disheartening that people born and raised in such an interesting city might not be able to afford living in it. Toronto has some amazing locations to visit. Parks, restaurants, scenic areas, and even people's homes. Whatever happens to this city in the future, I hope we can all still cherish the times that we had in it. I want kids of my own one day, and I want them to experience everything I've had in Toronto. I don't want it to be just a memory for myself. I want it to be a memory for anyone who I share it with in the future. But you know what? As I walk through this park where Scott Pilgrim and Ramona Flowers have their first date, I just reflected on the positives. Be happy with the hands that you're currently dealt. If you're playing Go Fish, you're still able to get more cards in your hand, so make the most of it with the ones you love and care for.
And after a crappy pizza, you can come and walk in a romantic setting and have your one true love.
We end the episode with thanks to Ramona's Kitchen, as they were the perfect pairing of Scott Pilgrim vs. the World, the game. Ramona's Kitchen as a restaurant was my Ramona Flowers throughout the pandemic. I'd like to thank my producer and my cinematographer. If it weren't for them, I wouldn't have the encouragement to even make this episode start. To everyone else, friends, family, and even motivators, a sincere thank you. For those watching, please don't forget to like and subscribe, because it shows that you are interested in the show and you want to see it continue. This has been a fun little day trip to celebrate Scott Pilgrim, to many more years to celebrate a fantastic tale of love and self-worth.
If you guys want to come by, you guys can do your job, oh my god,